I kind of got lost in thought on the other video, so I needed to go back on that video just to remember, be reminded of what I said. So yeah, so how I would do the film is that you'd have the city being evil and not being nice people, but them not actually realizing that they're bad people. So in the film, you can make out that they're good people, and you can have them, talking badly about the sort of three fairies, or the lower end witches, and then talking about the Maleficent, who could be like the sort of leader of the four, her being like the worst one. So you can, do the Sleeping Beauty as if, the town is the good one and the fairies are the bad one. And then you'd have in the story, perhaps, there being rumors that the Maleficent one is going to kill the child at the age of 16, and then the child is born, and maybe the king and queen realize, oh, this isn't a son. We were wanting a son, and oh, it's a girl, and then maybe just like kind of pushing the child to the side. And then you could have like the three fairies like steal the child away, or maybe they've just been given it, and because the parents generally don't want it. If you can change the story a bit, and so, but really the purpose is, that these ones look like, they look like they're doing the child a favor. Now, technically, they're kind of not, like, so they're portrayed as being like kind of evil because they're the ones that've stolen the baby. They're the ones that have taken the child and with growing that child up in isolation with not that much stuff, and more in a more impoverished, lifestyle. So you would think that they're the evil ones. But then you can actually, as the film goes on, there can be like a change in it, and you start seeing a better picture of what the town is like, and how horrible the town actually is. And then, there could be a thing where the child goes back at 16, is allowed to run away and go off to the town, and there, she's, welcomed by the town. They know who she is. They know that she's the oldest, the firstborn child, hence has actually more right to be the king and to be the queen of the city. But because this child would have actually been brought up with better values, better standards, and I don't know, been taught the right things, I feel like then you could get like a change in picture, where you no longer see the fairies as being the evil ones, but rather you actually see them as actually doing something good for the child. Which maybe, say if there's a kingdom that's had loads of evil rulers where they do terrible things, and it could, like, there could be a change in vibe, where you feel like actually the point of stealing the child was to uh, to raise a child with better standards, so that when they go on to be the ruler, or the main monarch or figure of it, there'll be a better idol for people to be like. Say, oh, I want to be like that. If you have people at the top, being good examples of how a person should be, or how you should be, a good representative for the city. Maybe that could be the plan. But it wasn't enough, and it wasn't doing what it was. And then Maleficent says, okay, well, we're gonna put her to sleep. This leader or monarch that is sort of loved by the city, put her to sleep, and yeah, I don't know. Then it is Sleeping Beauty, so I guess the whole point of it is they're trying to wake her up. But yeah, put all of them asleep, and I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got as far as that part.